So I gotta ask, since we talking about these never ending lists, there's a lot of movies coming out and a lot of shows coming out 2022. What y'all thinking about?
Oh yeah. That's what I was about to get to. So 2022 is the list. So we have our top 3 anticipated entertainment and video game lists for 2022. And I just want to say, before I even made my list, the roster
It's
for
tough.
2022,
Big.
entertainment and game wise, is deep. Like, it was hard for me to even make my list because it's like, oh shit, I forgot about this. Oh shit, I forgot about this. And I'm just go ahead and get into my list. So I want to start with entertainment. I do. I want to go ahead and get into my list. And I'm curious to see what y'all's stuff is. But for entertainment, I did 2 movies in a series. My number 1 is Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse Part 1. I love the first Into the Spider-Verse.
Beautiful.
And the animation exploring Miles Morales, because I didn't really know much about Miles Morales until I watched Into the Spider-Verse, but I'm definitely excited for that. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, y'all already know. Doctor Strange, Scarlet Witch, and I don't know if you guys have been watching the socials, but there are rumors that a lot of cameos, they are bringing people from the Fox universe, as well as whoever else they had. But apparently Professor X is supposed to be in the movie.
Huh?
Storm, other X-Men. Toby is supposed to be coming back.
Tom Cruise is supposed to be playing Iron Man.
It's supposed to be a variant of Iron Man.
Yeah.
Like, the roster. And I heard Daredevil's supposed to be in Ryan Reynolds' Daredevil. Like, the rumors surrounding this movie.
Oh, it's huge.
And then
I might have to modify my list.
Another rumor, and they said that Scarlet Witch is going to murder Professor X in this movie. That's the rumor.
Yikes.
I was already ready for this movie because they had said that Scarlet Witch was going to be more so of a villain in this movie. And I love Scarlet Witch. That is my favorite Marvel hero. That's a bad lady. And for her to take on a villainous role, I'm ready. Number 2.
3 hours. 3 hours long.
Man, it's already sitting at 3 hours. They also, if you're following the socials, they also said that this movie is touching 3 hours.
Keep going.
This movie is gonna be huge.
It's gonna be nasty.
It's gonna have to tie a lot of knots in different series.
It is. They have to tie Loki, WandaVision, and what happened at the end of Spider-Man: No Way Home into this movie. So I'm ready. It's on my list. The last thing is a series, and I am ready for House of the Dragon, the Game of Thrones spinoff. It was supposed to drop January 2022, but they pushed back the date. I don't know when. But HBO put out a trailer for all of the stuff that was supposed to be coming 2022, and House of the Dragon was in it. And Daenerys is one of my favorite Game of Thrones characters, and just everybody knows in Game of Thrones they talk a lot about the Targaryens' rule. So House of the Dragon is going to focus more on that. I'm excited to learn the lore of the Targaryens. Like, I could easily go read the book, but I would rather watch it. So, and my honorable mention is Wakanda Forever. And there's a reason why I have it on my honorable mention, but I'm gonna let you guys do y'all list.
So, entertainment projects. What's funny? I ain't got nothing you said in my top 3, Phoop, but it's because all of my favorites are making a return. I love Harry Potter. Everybody in this, Phoop and Ralph are also Harry Potter fans, but I love it. Fantastic Beasts: The Secrets of Dumbledore. Fantastic Beasts. I
I have mixed feelings about Fantastic Beasts, which is why I didn't put it on my list. My thing about Fantastic Beasts is that I don't think they have a solid storyline. I don't know what story they are trying to tell. It looks like they're trying to tell the dynamic between Dumbledore and Grindelwald, but when the series first started, it did not feel that was the direction they were going in.
See, I feel like this movie is going to be a turning point in the series, and the reason I say that is because you remember how Goblet of Fire was basically like that. We like Voldemort is back, and like we really hit an extreme high. Like everything just became like everything was steady. We see these kids grow as wizards, and then it just elevated. I am hoping that this movie is that, where we really see what the focus is, where we see where the climaxes and everything is going to stem from. We see where the fights are going to stem from. I want this movie to be that, and I think it is going to be that. And that's why it's like my number one anticipated project, because I want to see what happens.
I'm gonna let you get through the rest of your list, because I'm going to try to not interrupt anybody else.
I understand. My number 2, John Wick Chapter 4. Best action franchise. Don't nobody argue me. John Wick is the best action franchise of our generation. It is lit in every movie and has continued to get better. The only reason John Wick Chapter 4 is not number 1 is because I know it's going to be good. I know it's going to be good. I know I'm going to love it. If I hate this movie, they must have did something really bad. Love John Wick Chapter 4. Keanu Reeves plays that role so freaking well. My number 3 is a series. Bleach is back. One of the big 3. Naruto's and One Piece biggest competition. Bleach is back. Ichigo is one of my favorite MCs. I'm still trying to convince Phoop to find time to watch Bleach now. Can't wait to see it. Now excuse me. My honorable mentions, I got 2. The Batman. I can't wait to see Edward Cullen. I mean, what's his real name?
Robert Pattinson.
I can't wait to see Vampire Batman. I am interested to see how Robert Pattinson plays that role. Although I do have my gripes with DC, I have my gripes with how they're doing their little DCU or whatever. I still can't help but be excited for that Batman movie. And of course, Doctor Strange. Phoop already touched on it, but everything she said, I am excited to see.
Now, Ralph, what's your list?
So I pretty much went with I thought was going to be a bit of a variety, but it seems like Ryan actually had one of mine as well. I did not put mine in any particular order, so I'm just kind of go. So
how are we gonna do that? How are we gonna do the top 3? And
I have
you ain't got no top 3.
I have 3. Well, forget it. I'm gonna just do top 3. Except I have 3 movies and I have 3 series.
He got a top 6.
Hold on. Whoa.
We need you to consolidate. That was the assignment. The assignment was both film and TV. That was
make the other 3 honorable mentions. You got to make the other 3 honorable mentions. Okay.
So
somebody didn't understand the assignment.
He didn't understand the assignment.
He misunderstood the assignment.
Now listen. Okay, let me get through my list, please, thank you. So my number 1 is Fantastic Beasts, Secrets of Dumbledore. I have been enjoying where they are going. I kind of do understand where you're coming from, Phoop, where it's supposed to be about Dumbledore and Grindelwald, but I have still been enjoying every movie that I went to go see. Fine. I have all the posters. The second did piss me off. Except they had some good scenes in there that I really enjoyed.
We're all pissed off because they killed our girl. Let's just be honest.
Yes. That was upsetting.
Yeah. They had no reason to kill Zoe Kravitz off. I'm still that's racist.
like the most amazing black wizard we've got. We love her. Y'all
that's racist.
And they killed her off. I think me and Phoop went to go see that together. Did we not?
It was all of us. We all went to go see it.
We went there.
Man, I hate she died, but the show must go on. So
what's
I
your
am
number 2?
Number 2, I have Avatar 2. Because
the blue people?
Yes. I enjoyed the first
I'm
one.
finna call you by your full
I am
government
personal.
name.
No,
No.
you are not gonna do this to me.
You know what? Let's hear him
out.
out.
Avatar 2.
Let's hear him out.
Yes.
Let's hear him out.
Okay.
Before we chop his head off, let's hear him out.
Okay, so before I get into my reasonings for Avatar 2, I knew you guys were gonna come out with majority of the same things, except I was trying to also be different, except know what movies I would like to go see as well. So I picked Avatar 2 because I did enjoy Avatar 1. I feel like there has been a huge layover, kind of like how The Matrix did, to where it's like a huge gap. And I'm hoping they can at least explain more as to what's going on in the world and try to fill in that age gap. Pretty much what Matrix did with the newest Matrix movie, and they're trying to reference back to the old one and kind of like piece everything back together since it's been such a good layover.
Can I ask one question?
Yes.
Did people really think Avatar was just that amazing? Like at the time, the graphics looked amazing.
At the time.
Let me call.
They spent a lot on the special effects budget for Avatar.
It looked great. But
it looked good. It was very phonetic. I maybe stayed up for like the first hour of that movie, and then it got boring. Like it felt very Pocahontas.
Right, the plot wasn't like all of that. Like people are still talking about this movie, and I'm like, what are we hyped about? Like what?
I don't know. Is it because they've been talking about Avatar 2 for a while? Because Avatar 2 has been pushed back like a lot of times, and now it's finally getting released. So maybe the hype is that it's finally getting released.
But did you love Avatar more? Like it wasn't bad, but like did you love it? Did y'all love it?
I did.
Okay, let's do this. I want Ralph to finish his list. Because we really just shitting on this man.
Right. Just because I want to be different.
I'm sorry.
I want him to finish his list.
Sorry.
I want him to finish his list.
I'm sorry.
Jesus Christ. Can I go now?
Yeah. I'm going to mute myself. Go. I'm going to mute myself.
So for my last one, I'm actually going to switch it out. And I'm going to put number 3, The Boys. The Boys
season 3?
Yes. The way season 2 ended, I'm excited to see how the God, I can't remember his name. The officer, the quote unquote police officer guy. I'm excited to see if he actually gets some kind of power in some point or time. Because he's so against it. Huh? You didn't watch season 2?
I didn't finish season 2. I started it. I didn't finish it.
I don't want to spoil it, so I ain't gonna say.
I never watched the entire series. I actually dislike.
I thought you was muting yourself. What happened?
I came off of mute.
This is so funny. This is so funny
Ralph,
to me.
Ralph, you got the most controversial list.
But what's your honorable mentions? Mute yourself, Ron. We done.
He ain't even gonna let me finish. What's wrong with him? Can we kick him off the cast already? This is the first episode. What is this? Okay, so my honorable mentions are Bridgerton. I did enjoy Bridgerton season 1. You didn't. Don't do that. Don't you do it.
You're not saying nothing. I swear.
I did enjoy Bridgerton season 1. I am excited to see what season 2 has to offer. I am also excited for Umbrella Academy for that to be coming back this year.
Umbrella Academy is coming back 2022?
Yes.
Dope.
That's the series you really like that you wanted me to watch, right, Portia?
It's on Netflix, yes.
Okay.
I I don't know. It might be.
During the time you were watching that pretty heavily, and you were recommending that.
That was back when we was in college,
that's
right?
what got me started. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's what got me started. With
okay.
It.
Yeah.
So
okay. I didn't know that was coming back 2022. Mm-hmm. That's nice to know.
Unless it gets moved back, but last time I checked on Netflix, they did say it was going to be coming out this year.
Alrighty. Let's see what they talking about.
And just say, pretty much kind of finish off my honorable mentions. I had Puss in Boots, The Last Wish. Yes.
What? I can't stay muted.
You didn't like the Puss in Boots?
I can't be serious right now. Ralph. I'm gonna let you.
You didn't like the Puss in Boots?
Please finish your list, please.
So you didn't like Puss in Boots?
Ralph, do you know how old we were when we watched the first Puss in Boots?
Okay, and
Ralph,
I'm not saying. You know what? I'm gonna stop.
No.
I'm gonna stop. If you're excited for Puss in Boots, you excited for Puss in Boots. I think the funniest thing about your list, Ralph, is that your list has been very unexpected.
Very unexpected.
You had me with Fantastic Beasts, and then you caught me off guard with Avatar, and then everything under that has really just been like what like.
I watch different things than you guys.
No.
I feel you.
We can't go back. Remember when you said Blerd's come in all shapes, colors, and interests? We gotta add that part.
That's what I'm saying. If he wants to, if Ralph is excited for Puss in Boots, then by all means, be excited for Puss in Boots. I just was not expecting that to come out your mouth.
It threw me off.
It
threw me off.
I was not expecting Ralph to say that I am excited for Puss in Boots. I wasn't, and I'm trying not to laugh.
Well, okay. So my
finish your list. Finish your honorable mentions.
That was all three. The only reason I even came up with this kind of list because I knew you was gonna come out with the heavy hitters of the main movies that we're excited for as a whole. Doctor Strange, the new Miles Morales movie, of course. And what was your last one?
House of the Dragon.
Yeah. So I knew those were coming.
I didn't know Portia was gonna come with that MCU DC.
Yeah.
Stuff.
So I was trying to give a different list and also be like, hey, you know, I do enjoy these series and these movies.
But I was not expecting you to say Puss in Boots. I wasn't. Like I was maybe expecting you to say something on Ryan's level, like Ryan went John Wick 4. Which I am excited to see John Wick 4, but as y'all know, I'm a comic book junkie, so.
And Ryan is a complete lover of the John Wick series.
But I'm just saying, had you said something on that caliber, like had you said you was excited for the Uncharted movie, which I am also excited for, I didn't put it on my list. I would have rolled with you with that.
But
Ralph, you put up Puss in Boots.
Look, Avatar
it's on my honorable mention.
I want you to understand that I am not making fun of you for picking Puss in Boots. I just want to let you know that you just completely took me off guard by picking Puss
We're not nerd shaming you. It's just on the if I was my expectations, you had me on the edge of the cliff with Avatar. And then you just kicked me off of Puss in Boots. Like that's my expectations. Like you just threw them off.
First time it was on my honorable mentions.
It's still though.
Okay, all right. Let's step away from the movies because now we got to go video games. My top 3 video games. 1, Hogwarts Legacy. That just seeing it, the trailer. I know that junk's gonna be nice. I don't care how much money is in my bank account when the pre-orders drop. I'm getting it.
We going broke.
I'm getting it. 2, Gotham Knights. I love all of the Batman games. I've been playing the Batman series since I had a PS3. So I'm definitely getting that. 3 is Suicide Squad Kills the Justice League. I haven't played a Suicide Squad game, but I love action-adventure games. And it'll be nice to see how this one goes. My honorable mention is that Forspoken game. So when I So when I first saw the trailer for Forspoken, I didn't like the way it looked. But another trailer came out and it's looking really good. Also, it's a type of game that I haven't really played before, so I want to step out of my comfort zone and play something different. So if I had to pick a game that's outside my comfort zone, I'm putting Forspoken on my list.
You got do your honorable mentions. I'm pleasantly surprised. And you're going to see why. You're going to see why.
Okay, let's go.
So,
who's next?
My top 3, and I have 3 honorable mentions. My number 1 is Forspoken. Square Enix and another studio have gone in to produce this for the readers and also the listeners and y'all as well. I love RPGs, action role playing games. That's my top genre of games. Top, period, point blank. Forspoken looks great. The graphics look amazing. The story looks interesting. It's coming out in May. I can't wait to play it. My number 2 was Hogwarts Legacy. I have wanted a Harry Potter RPG ever since I binge watched the first 3 Harry Potter movies before Goblet of Fire came out. That's how I was introduced to Harry Potter. I wanted a Harry Potter game ever since I watched those. I did not want the Lego games. I wanted a legit RPG. I wanted to be able to pick my house, play a wizard, explore the forest, and do everything. Seems like we're getting that. Looking forward to it. My number 3 was Avowed. It looks like a Elder Scrolls Skyrim type game with the first person. You see the sword, you see the magic. The trailer was really short, but it looks super good. I'm looking forward to it. My honorable mentions, honestly, could equally compete with everything I just mentioned before. However, there isn't a necessary guarantee that they're releasing in 2022, but people expect them to. Number 1 is Dragon Age 4, one of my favorite RPG franchises next to the Elder Scrolls and The Witcher. Fable 4, which is a great Xbox exclusive. The Fable franchise is a great RPG series as well. We haven't seen Fable in years. Looking forward to Fable 4. Final Fantasy 16, self-explanatory. Solid game franchise. 15 has some crooks, has some rough edges, could have did better, but 16 looks really good. We don't know if it's coming 2022 though. That's my list. Portia, you pleasantly surprised me. I enjoyed your list. I enjoyed that.
All right, Ralph.
I feel like I'm gonna get nerd shamed again.
No, don't feel bad. Don't feel bad. Express yourself.
Yeah. If you say Puss in Boots the game,
if you say 2K,
I don't think they're coming out.
If you say 2K, I'm hanging out. No. I'm hanging up if you say 2K.
I don't even play 2K.
Madden.
Okay. What's your list? What's your list?
So my number 1 is of course Hogwarts Legacy. I am just from looking at all of the trailers and the little bit of gameplay that they did show, love it. And also coming from PlayStation 2 when they actually came out with a Harry Potter game.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's what I was about to say for Ryan's thing is that they did make actual Harry Potter games
they did.
Weren't Lego games.
Like it was an actual playing Harry going Harry through Potter the movie games. Kind of things. Like you actually played the
they were movie games.
Mm-hmm.
I remember one was on the Wii and there was an ad where you could see the Patronus. That's the only one I remember.
You don't remember the one that came out on PlayStation 2?
They made some for PS2.
Were they PS2 exclusives?
I don't know.
I don't know. I would have to actually check that.
They're not in my history.
They made more than the Lego games. They made movie games.
Okay. I wasn't exposed to those. Okay. Yeah, I
and it looked really good for it to come out on PlayStation 2. Honestly. It looked real good.
Okay.
That was my number 1. My number 2, I have to add a PlayStation exclusive, and it is God of War Ragnarok. I am excited for the sequel for the 2018 God of War. I am still in the process of playing the one that came out in 2018. I'm almost done with it now, just to catch up with the actual story, and that way I can be ready for when God of War Ragnarok comes out. I can just be full steam ahead with that. I'm glad you guys are not hating it so far.
Yeah, I mean that's no God of War solid franchise.
I already told you what's gonna cut the mustard for me. If you turn around and say you waited for Puss in Boots the game.
Now let's hit this number 3.
My number 3, I have Puss in Boots. I'm lying.
See, I know you lying because I know you lying because they stopped making games just to make games a long time ago. Now, had this been 2011,
when there was a Game Boy game for every movie,
right? Had this been 2011, when you said you was excited for Puss in Boots the game, I would believe you because I know they're coming out with a Puss in Boots game. But I know you're lying because they don't do that anymore.
I almost laughed. I almost went on edge, but I was like, no, he playing.
So what's your real number 3?
My real number 3 is Saints Row. They will be rebooting Saints Row for this year, and I have not seen any. Yeah, they are rebooting Saints Row for this year,
and it's guaranteed to release in 2022, or they want to release.
It is scheduled to release August 23rd. So it will, unless it gets moved back. Pray to God it doesn't, because I did enjoy Saints Row, playing it on, I believe, PlayStation 3. That's when it came out around that time.
Around that generation, 360.
Around that generation.
And PS3.
Yeah, so I did enjoy it during that time. So I'm excited to see what it's going to look like on the new gen consoles, or pretty much next gen. I just want to see how it's going to look, and are they going to change up the story a little bit?
So it's OG Saints Row before all the fantasy stuff. Like this is like Saints Row 1 and 2.
Yes.
Yes. That's more. So that's Portia. Phoop, did you ever play those? It's similar to Grand Theft Auto, actually. No. Like that was like Grand Theft Auto's like biggest competitor. I heard it's
similar to Grand Theft Auto, but I didn't play it.
So I am excited for that. I did not have any honorable mentions for video games because so many other games are constantly just getting moved around right now as far as dates go and what year. So that's pretty much it.
What's up, y'all? If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you can get more updates from the mob. For the full discussion and more discussions like this one, click the link in the description. Thanks for watching.
Rock with it, let me pop my shit. Let me pop my shit. Hands up.